The snake strikes in an instant, so fast that the prey barely understands what has happened. Without legs and without making loud noise, it closes the distance in silence and strikes with remarkable precision. When facing other predators, the snake does not rely on defense alone, but turns every moment into a test of survival. And once the first sudden motion begins, every sense of safe distance quickly becomes an illusion. In the desert, life is never loud. Scorching sand, limited shade, and infrequent prey force every movement to cost valuable energy. Within this harsh environment, the Sidewinder rattlesnake and the Sahara sand viper emerge as two ambush specialists perfectly adapted to loose sand terrain. For the Sidewinder, the hunt begins with the terrain. When changing position, it uses sidewinding, pushing its body diagonally to reduce contact with the hot sand and maintain grip on the shifting surface. It does not chase continuously, but crosses the heated sand to reach areas marked by the traces of lizards, small rodents, or young birds. Its speed can reach around 18 miles per hour under suitable conditions, but its true advantage lies in how it chooses an ambush position. Once the Sidewinder finds the right spot, it buries part of its body beneath the sand and keeps its head ready. The moment prey moves too close, the advantage of distance almost disappears. For the Sahara sand viper, the strategy resembles a motionless trap. Its body, often measuring around 24 inches long, blends naturally with the color of the sand. During the evening hours, it can bury itself almost completely beneath the surface, turning the desert into nearly perfect camouflage. When prey moves close enough, one short and remarkably precise strike can immediately shift the encounter. In a place where survival is tested every day, the true survivor is not the one that moves the most, but the one that wastes the least movement. Within dense jungles and tropical canopies, green is more than beauty. It is a form of survival, allowing many snakes to disappear among fresh leaves, twisting vines, and layered shadows. The green mamba, green pit viper, and green boomslang all use that color to become part of the forest itself. Often before nearby prey can even notice the quiet movement beside them. The green mamba stands out with its slender body, reaching nearly 8 feet in length and moving across branches with remarkable balance. Different species of green mambas are found throughout the forests of Africa, where they commonly hunt small birds, lizards, and tree-dwelling animals. With powerful neurotoxic venom, it does not rely on noise or intimidation. Instead, it depends on silence, sharp awareness, and perfectly timed movement. To continue the cycle of survival, A female mamba may lay up to 17 eggs during a breeding season. The green pit viper represents a different kind of hunter built for sudden ambushes. It often coils along low branches, blending into the leaves while waiting for prey to move within range. In many viper species, the strike can happen in under 100 milliseconds, faster than the defensive reaction of many small animals. Because of that, the encounter is often over before the forest itself seems to react. The green boomslang hunts through patience and exceptional observation. With a slender body measuring around 6 feet long, it quietly follows chameleons, tree frogs, or young birds through the canopy. Chameleons survive through camouflage, yet remaining still can sometimes become a weakness. As a rear-fanged snake, the boomslang must maintain contact long enough for its venom to take effect. It does not rely on explosive speed, but on sharp vision and precise timing. Nature offers little room for error, only adaptation refined through generations. Across the dry grasslands, sparse forests, and sun-scorched rocks of North America, the rattlesnake emerges as a silent ambush predator. Within a body often reaching around 6 feet long are biological systems designed to conserve energy. Its tail, formed from dry keratin segments, creates a warning sound that helps avoid many unnecessary confrontations. During most hunts, the rattlesnake does not pursue prey over long distances. Once prey moves within range, it delivers a remarkably fast strike, then often retreats while tracking the target through scent. The venom of the eastern diamondback rattlesnake is primarily hemotoxic, affecting circulation and body function. An average venom yield can reach nearly 0.016 ounces, making it one of the most venomous rattlesnake species in North America. Throughout the wetlands of the southeastern United States, the eastern diamondback rattlesnake occasionally encounters rarer opportunities. When a young alligator leaves the water's edge to absorb warmth beneath the sun, the exposed ground makes it easier to monitor. The snake keeps its body low and its head steady, using heat-sensing pits to detect warmth while gradually reducing the distance. Once the smaller target enters striking range, the encounter unfolds extremely quickly. Even in a limited ecological role, the snake still contributes to maintaining balance among younger alligator populations within the wetlands. In those wetlands, the line between hunter and hunted can reverse within a single moment. That is the quiet rhythm of nature beneath the dry grass. Across the sunlit savanna, some footsteps are heavy enough to make an entire herd of antelope change direction. A male lion creates pressure not only with its roar, but with a body weighing over 400 pounds, a thick mane, and a commanding presence across the open grassland. It stands as a symbol of strength, territory, and pride dominance. But within the dry grass ahead, a much smaller opponent carries its own dangerous boundary. It is the black mamba, Africa's longest venomous snake. At around 14 feet long, it carries remarkable speed, alertness, and defensive instinct. A single meal for the black mamba can exceed 1 pound of food, providing enough energy to sustain it for several days. The confrontation begins with one step too close. The lion turns through the tall grass, unintentionally forcing the solitary snake into a narrow space. The black mamba immediately raises the front of its body, reveals the dark interior of its mouth, and gives a clear warning signal. It is not seeking a prolonged confrontation. For this snake, warning is a way to conserve energy and avoid unnecessary risk. If the distance continues to close, a defensive strike can trigger a serious neurotoxic response, sometimes involving around 0.004 ounces of venom or more. At that boundary, even a lion must remain cautious. Beneath the rainforest canopy of Africa, a patterned shape rests motionless among layers of fallen leaves, almost completely blending into the forest floor. It is the gaboon viper, a master of camouflage with a body stretching beyond 6 feet, and, in larger individuals, weighing over 40 pounds. Its strength does not come from long pursuits, but from turning stillness into a highly effective hunting strategy. With its massive body and leaf-like patterns, the gaboon viper can remain motionless for long periods, waiting for prey to move within favorable range. When the moment arrives, the silence breaks with one extremely fast and precise forward motion. Fangs reaching nearly 2 inches in length allow it to gain the advantage within seconds before the forest settles back into its natural, quiet rhythm. The life cycle of this snake unfolds with the same silence. Rather than laying eggs, the female gives birth to fully formed young already capable of early independence. A single reproductive cycle can produce nearly 50 offspring, continuing a survival strategy that remains quiet, patient, and enduring beneath the shadows of the rainforest. In southern Africa, the snouted cobra emerges as a silent ground predator. With a length that can approach nearly 8 feet, this snake is recognized by its distinctive snout, which helps it search through brush, soft soil, and hidden shelters. Rather than simply waiting for prey to pass by, it actively moves across the grasslands, using its forked tongue and strong sense of smell to interpret lingering traces carried through the air. a target appears, a large monitor lizard weighing around 15 pounds crossing an open stretch of ground. Instead of prolonging the encounter with a strong and agile opponent, the snouted cobra chooses a cautious approach. It raises the front of its body, maintains distance, then delivers one short and remarkably precise forward motion before quickly pulling back. The next close approaches are not meant to display power, but to create pressure and reduce the prey's escape options. Its venom yield can reach around 0.005 ounces, affecting the nervous system and gradually reducing reaction speed. As a result, the encounter does not become a prolonged struggle that wastes energy. In the world of hunting snakes, the true advantage does not come from noise, but from appearing at the right moment and retreating with perfect timing. Being pursued by a lion is one of the most intense fears any prey can face in the wild. Even more daunting is when an entire pride closes in together. They rely on strength, speed, and coordination to push their target to the edge of survival. Even other predators remain cautious when lions step into a confrontation. In this untamed world, who truly holds dominance? If the lion is a symbol of power, then the rhinoceros stands as an armored fortress of the grasslands. An adult can weigh over 3,000 pounds, equipped with thick skin and forward horns that make any opponent cautious at close range. Although its vision is limited, the rhinoceros relies on highly developed smell and hearing, allowing it to detect danger before distance becomes a disadvantage. For that reason, lions rarely choose to confront a fully grown rhinoceros. A sudden turn of the body, a quick change of direction, or a forward charge with horns reaching nearly 3 feet is often enough to force a predator to withdraw. With the ability to accelerate to nearly 30 miles per hour over short distances, the rhinoceros turns any miscalculation into significant risk. When it comes to a calf, an opportunity only appears if the protective distance is broken. A pride of lions may spread out, applying pressure from multiple directions to widen the gap between mother and young. If the calf falls out of sync and lags behind, the advantage begins to shift toward the hunting group. Even so, success remains extremely rare, under 5% in these exceptional situations. But when it does occur, the large energy gain can sustain the lions for several days. In this environment, survival is not always about victory, but about knowing when to step back before a formidable opponent. Elephants are symbols of strength, memory, and family unity. An adult can weigh more than 10,000 pounds, with a flexible trunk, broad ears, and a powerful ability to protect the herd. Against such strength, lions do not choose direct confrontation, but wait for an opening in the formation. The hunt usually begins only when a calf, or an old and weakened individual, becomes separated from the herd's protection. Lions move low through the grass, circling from different directions and applying pressure to disrupt movement. They do not rush in, but steadily close the distance, forcing the target into confusion before the elephant herd can turn back. In the stillness of night, even one small misstep can place a young elephant in danger. As the dark, golden shapes draw closer, the savanna seems to hold its breath. The small individual becomes isolated, while the lion pride uses every moment to maintain its advantage. Hunting elephants is a severe test of timing. If successful, the pride gains a large source of energy for several days. But such an opportunity is extremely rare, because even one small mistake can change the direction of the hunt. In the heart of the savanna, the African buffalo stands like a moving, living fortress. With wide, curved horns, thick skin, and a solid body weighing around 1,500 pounds, it is one of the most dangerous prey animals for lions. In some areas, buffalo can make up more than 1/3 of a lion's diet, especially among adult male lions. Unlike prey animals whose formations break apart easily, buffalo have a powerful herd spirit. When facing danger, they tighten their formation, shield weaker individuals in the center, and point their horns outward like a living defensive wall. This unity forces the lion pride to avoid direct confrontation. They move low through the grass, circle from multiple directions, and patiently wait for one individual to fall out of rhythm. The hunting moment truly opens only when the target separates from the herd's protection. At short range, a lion can burst forward at around 35 miles per hour, closing in quickly to gain an advantage before the buffalo can return to formation. But every step carries risk, because one strong reaction from the buffalo can shift the direction of the hunt. In nature, buffalo are an energy-rich reward, but never a safe choice. A lion hunt often succeeds less than 30% of the time, and buffalo only truly lose their advantage when separated from the herd or pushed into unfavorable terrain. This proves that a lion's strength is fearsome, but the unity of the buffalo is the final wall. Across the natural world, the cat family stands among the most formidable predators. They possess stealth, sharp claws, and a precise ambush instinct. But lions are different, as they do not rely solely on individual strength. They are the only big cats that live in groups, capable of turning alliances into a strategic advantage. This collective power places lions in a unique position within the wild. In nature, leopards also belong to the big cat group, but their greatest difference from lions is their solitary lifestyle. Weighing more than 100 pounds, a leopard relies on speed, reflexes, and masterful climbing ability to survive within high-pressure territories. It can pull prey onto branches more than 20 feet above the ground, turning the treetops into a temporary place to store energy. But when lions appear, that advantage is no longer absolute. Lions and leopards rarely live in peace. They compete for food, territory, and space to raise their young. Leopards can pose a threat to lion cubs, while lions often view leopards as rivals that must be pushed away from important areas. When a lion detects a leopard, the encounter usually unfolds very quickly. The leopard rarely faces it directly. It accelerates, changes direction sharply, and tries to climb higher to maintain a safe distance. Within seconds, the spotted body can disappear among the branches, where claws and balance become its final layer of defense. But even in the trees, the leopard is not completely safe. Young lions sometimes attempt to climb up and contest food hidden above. If surrounded by the pride, the leopard usually waits for an opening and withdraws. This is the line between the power of the group and the art of solitary survival. In the wild, hyenas are not simply scavengers, but resilient and capable hunters. With a bite force reaching around 1,000 pounds per square inch, they can process tough portions of an animal remains that many other species leave behind. Yet, what makes them formidable rivals to lions is not just jaw strength, but patience, numbers, and an ability to read situations. Across the savanna, the relationship between the two resembles a tense game of strategy. When a young lion becomes separated from its group, hyenas often track from a distance, observing every reaction. They move in arcs, spread across multiple angles, and apply steady pressure, forcing the lion to constantly adjust and maintain safe space. In these moments, the composure of the so-called ruler of the plains is tested most clearly. The tension intensifies when hyenas detect that a lion has just secured a meal. If only lionesses are present, the encounter may stretch into a prolonged standoff. But when a male lion arrives, the balance often shifts quickly. With explosive power and short bursts of speed, reaching about 35 miles per hour, he can surge into openings between the formation, disrupt the advancing rhythm of the hyenas, and secure what remains of the meal. Hyenas continually challenge the boundaries of a lion's authority. But in nature, dominance is never a fixed gift. It is a position that must be reinforced day after day. Across the plains of East and Southern Africa, African wild dogs are among the most efficient hunters of the savanna. Their bodies weigh only around 80 pounds, but large, radar-like ears and long legs help them stay connected as the pack spreads out across many miles. A hunt can reach a success rate of more than 60%, because each individual understands exactly where it belongs within the formation. That efficiency makes it impossible for lions to see them as mere passers-by. Both species hunt antelope, young zebras, and many small hoofed animals, so every prey animal on the savanna can become the starting point of conflict. When wild dogs spread out around a feeding area, lions often respond to defend territory and food resources. The atmosphere grows heavy with tension when a male lion weighing around 420 pounds decides to end the disturbance. Without hesitation, he surges forward with weight and authority, disrupting the movement rhythm of the opposing pack. In that moment, order is re-established. The lion does not pursue for food, but to control territory and reduce competitive pressure around his resources. When the wild dog pack is forced to withdraw, quiet returns to the grassland. On the savanna, power is not only about securing prey, but also about protecting the space needed to survive. Snakes dominate through speed, venom, and remarkably precise strikes. They hunt through silence, instinct, and perfect timing. In the wild, survival belongs to those that know when to wait and when to confront. If you enjoy the wild world, be sure to like and subscribe to continue the journey. Because beneath the still grass, another sudden moment of survival may unfold at any time.